Figured I would make a quick little video here on just describing the book everyone should read. I know it's a little bit of an arrogant title, but hey, I believe it. And it's addressing motivation in you. We really wanted to put the motive in motivation, not so much worried about the action or even the thought, right? When we think about action, action is a two-part thing. It's what you think and what you do. And we really achieve when we unify those two things. I touched on that just because there's duality in everything, no matter how we look at it. There's night and day, there's hot and cold. Um, but I think this book, or what I was aiming on doing, was trying to answer, who are you, right? What makes you you? And disclaimer: no one person or thing can tell you specifically who you are, right? We are unique and exponentially special, right? But in that, we touched on, well, before we get to this, um, came up with a rough understanding of the environment, right? What is money like? What is our place like? What's society? And kind of broke people down into three facets. We went over the sociological factors, where we're a mixed up version of our family, our education, our friends, our faith, and mass media. Kind of went in depth in each one of those agents of socialization, and then uh, gave some descriptors on the psychological factors, the big five personality traits: conscientiousness, agreeableness, neuroticism, openness, and extroversion. And each one of those they're broken down a little bit further as well. And then went over some temperament issues also. After that, we touched on the importance of having an aim, having a goal, having something that we're striving for. Um, it's how we're built, right? You can't walk somewhere if you're not looking. Um, and in that section, we went over the 12 archetypes from Carl Jung. Uh, any movie, any television series, anything you watch is going to have these kind of master 12 kind of concepts, and in those, in the book, we go into a little bit of detail about them, and you'll notice that you're going to identify with one. uh, then moved over into the power of belief and goal setting, and I thought it was pretty interesting. I just recently found out people who write down their goals are 42% more likely to achieve them. And then I moved into statistics on success and as it relates to people. And ultimately, essentially, if those people who like to learn, who are going to believe in what they do and are willing to work hard, are the people that our society kind of catapult to the top. Are there anomalies, or are there differences? Yes, of course, but we're talking about the majority here in statistics. And after that, I went into build yourself, and how should someone build yourself. The first thing I'm saying is lead yourself. Don't try and be the leader that you see on TV. That's rah, rah, rah all the time. Lead yourself. And with that, that's intuition. Intuition comes from studying so that you know things before you even know them. Be able to influence yourself, and then love yourself. Be able to sacrifice. And in how you move into the world would be a teammate, right? Be accountable. And everybody talks about accountability, but being countable comes before accountable. Accountable is after the fact, countable is before the fact, right? You want to be someone that people can count on. Have an identity. Identity are based off of values. I thought that was important, just because we are so in love with trying to identify before we start to even figure out what we value, and then have humility, right? You can't do everything. There's someone out there who can do it better than you. Sometimes you have to hand the reins over. And that's pretty much it. So this book was more informational, uh, really focusing on the individual. And then the next step, the next book is Courage, Love, and Discipline, and that is directional. I'm in love with it. I'm done with it, but I'm putting it out in March. I really want to do a little bit more with with the book everyone should read, and kind of see how this whole writing process and publishing and being an author works out. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for listening. And I'm planning on making more videos just to give a synopsis on each one of these. Alrighty. Thank you.